So today we did a different way to get into deep DLR, and we did a sweep and a back take from deep DLR, different one. One thing, so this back take was kind of more similar to like was more similar to a Barambolo or something like that. I think, I'm not really sure how Barambolo works, but or a crab ride maybe. Also not exactly sure what that is, but it describes what we were sort of doing. But when you are working on kind of moving your grips around, so if you are moving a grip from the lapel to the wrist, or the wrist to the lapel, and you're also moving, a hook from the ankle to the knee or something like that. It's very similar to climbing, where you only want to be moving one point of contact at a time. So in climbing, you always want to have 3 points of contact, and then the fourth can be moving. So similar to that, in jiu-jitsu, you also want to maintain as many points of contact at the same time, and then so you ideally only want to be moving one point of contact at a time. So you want to have 2 feet having hooks and a hand having a grip, and then moving the second hand. You don't want to be like moving one hand and one foot together. It might seem like it's faster, but then that gives much more opportunity for your opponent to get out of the position. So today in rolls, almost got to the crucifix. I was in a front headlock, got the knee wedge, and then I instinctually went for the wrist ride. And then as I'm going for it, I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to do that yet. I need to get the feet. Actually, I was like, I'm not supposed to do this. And then I had to think for a second and be like, I need to get the feet. And then, so I stopped going for the wrist ride and started adjusting my feet. And then that's where the bell rang. But, so it's not good that I was instinctually doing the wrong thing, but I did catch it and I knew how to correct it. So halfway there, I guess. One other thing I noticed is my DLR, I think it's because I'm flattening my hook out. I need to keep it more vertical. I think that's a problem. So I need to work on that. Because right now they're kind of sitting on it, or they're squishing it down. And also, so when I was trying to do the move of the day, it kind of just all fell apart because I didn't have any pressure. I think it's because I didn't have any pressure on my opponent. I didn't have the hook wasn't set, and so I was moving without having the hook set, and then you could just step over it. So I think that was a problem. Other than that, I think that's it. So today we did deep DLR. It's a different entrance. It's a overhook entrance. So your DLR, well, first you pull guard and your regular DLR, and then you sit up and you hook your arm around the leg, your opponent's lead leg, around the DLR. So you are you're around your thigh and then under your hook. And then, so right hand has a collar grip, left hand is that overhook. Alright, hold on. Right hand's on the collar, right foot Could be like outside the hip. It could be on the ground. Left foot is in De La Riva. Left hand is originally in with an ankle grip. Then you sit up using the collar grip, and then your hand extends further around, and then you grip the inside of your own thigh. So it's on the outside of your leg, but under your knee, like around the thigh, not around the shin, but it's around his shin. Actually, yes, it has to be around his leg. Then you use your right foot to stomp and push, so you rotate around his lead leg. So eventually your shoulder line is like behind his body. Behind his body. Okay, so that is, and then the further you go, the easier it is to turn the De La Riva hook into like a deep De La Riva hook. So keep going. Once you are behind his shoulder blades, like once you're behind his shoulder line, then you should be able to extend that De La Riva hook into a deep De La Riva hook. Then let's see. Okay, so at that point you have two choices. Once you get the deep De La Riva hook, you have two choices. The first is to knock him backwards, sweep him backwards, and then you come up. And then when you come up, your left leg will be entangled, so you want to bring your right leg over and across his whole body and shoot for his far armpit, and then come up. He'll probably get into like a single leg X position, so you want to have your weight forward so he can't get the outside leg into position. So if he gets that outside leg into position, he can push you back and start working on like ankle locks. So you want to keep your body forward so that he can't get that hook in. So then winding back to the deep De La Riva, let's see. So instead of going for that sweep into the backside, you can with your left hand, so that's the overhook hand, let go of your thigh and then get it to his far ankle. Then your right hand is on the collar, so you can drop that, and that one goes to the belt or the pants, like the seat of the pants or the belt of the pants. And then your right foot comes in behind his knee, or if you can't, comes in behind the knee. If you can't get your foot behind the knee because you're not flexible enough, you can bring it over your arm, get it behind the knee, set the hook, and then remove your arm from the belt and get it above your own leg, and then grab onto the belt again. Then, so at this point in time, your left leg is like a deep De La Riva hook. Your right leg is behind his right knee. Your left hand is on the far ankle, and your right hand is on the belt area. So then you want to sit him down and take the back. So You do that by pinching your knees together and flaring your ankles. So dorsiflexion on the ankles and pinching your knees in. Honestly, I have no idea consciously how to do that. Like, I mean, I know how to do that, but in the moment, it's like not really conscious. It's sort of, it was very instinctual. It was pretty easy to do, but I didn't like think about, oh, I need to pinch my knees together, and then it's kind of like just a reaction once you're in that position. The other thing is when you're moving things around. Actually, I'll have talked about that earlier. Okay.